Have you heard about the major developments at the BRICS Summit 2024? While much of the world has been focused on broader political issues, BRICS has been quietly working behind the scenes. Not only has it developed a new payment system, but it's also attracting countries in droves. It's astounding. 159 out of the 195 countries worldwide have already committed to adopting this BRICS payment system. What does this mean for the Western-dominated SWIFT system? In this video, we'll explore what is giving the West sleepless nights. Historically, countries have never seriously considered alternatives to SWIFT. When there were discussions about BRICS creating a new system, it seemed far-fetched. Why would so many nations abandon a well-established network? Yet, here we are, with 159 countries eagerly waiting for BRICS to go live with its payment platform. This new BRICS system is designed to facilitate trade among its members without relying on the US dollar, marking a significant step forward in their de-dollarization strategy. This could be a game-changer not just for BRICS countries, but also for many others seeking to reduce their dependence on the dollar. Over recent years, BRICS has been actively working to decrease its reliance on the dollar, particularly as Western sanctions have targeted Russia. Elvira Nabiullina, the governor of Russia's central bank, emphasized that this system will offer an alternative to SWIFT, the dominant financial messaging network. For those who believe SWIFT is irreplaceable, she pointed out that similar systems already exist in other countries. The success of this new platform will depend on the technical readiness and interest of participating nations, and as of now, many are lining up to join. Victoria Panova, head of Russia's BRICS Presidency Council, emphasized that developing a new payment mechanism has become a top priority for the alliance. This might surprise many, as BRICS had previously denied any plans to create such a system. Panova explained that the purpose of the payment system is to make trade and economic exchanges between BRICS countries more independent. This initiative is central to the agenda of the upcoming BRICS 2024 Summit. Once launched, the payment system is expected to become operational immediately, potentially opening up new trade opportunities within the alliance. With many nations eager to join BRICS, this system could become a cornerstone of their economic strategies, offering a viable alternative to the US-dominated financial order. But how has Iran entered the discussion, and why is it making the West uneasy? Nasser Kanaani, spokesperson for Iran's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has proposed linking the payment systems of all BRICS nations to streamline and enhance financial settlements among them. Iran, having developed expertise in navigating sanctions, knows how to bypass SWIFT and continue trading, effectively making its economy sanctions-proof. Kanani pointed out that the current geopolitical climate is ripe for such an initiative, particularly as BRICS countries are increasingly shifting their trade payments to national currencies. Iran is pushing for deeper economic integration within the BRICS bloc, proposing to connect the existing payment systems of these nations. This would allow for smoother, more seamless financial transactions across the bloc. Once this integration is complete, the payment infrastructure would be expanded to include more countries. At a recent press conference, Kanani highlighted the successful integration of the Russian and Iranian payment systems as a model that could be expanded across the entire BRICS bloc. He stressed that the conditions are already in place to advance this initiative, and revealed that Iran has formally suggested to Russia that this payment system integration be extended to all BRICS countries. What is this payment system that even Western allies can't ignore? Don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to our channel Xrainer for more content on global geopolitics, the economy, and the shifting world landscape. Now, let's continue. Although the names of the 159 countries interested in adopting BRICS' new payment system haven't been revealed, it's clear that some Western allies are among them. During various meetings between BRICS members, this payment system has been referred to as the BRICS Bridge. It aims to facilitate cross-border transactions without relying on the US dollar, enabling trade settlements in local currencies. This initiative seeks to reduce dependence on the dollar and potentially replace the US-controlled SWIFT system. The proposed payment system would operate independently, allowing member nations to conduct trade using their own currencies, challenging the dominance of both the US dollar and the Western-led SWIFT system. Progress is being made, with ongoing discussions among central banks and finance ministries across all BRICS countries, including newly joined members. So, what would happen if these 159 countries adopt BRICS's new payment system? Simply put, it could signal the end for SWIFT and the dollar's dominance. For decades, the West's global influence has been rooted in its control over the international economy, with two key tools at its core: the SWIFT payment system and the US dollar. SWIFT serves as the backbone of global finance, providing a secure messaging network for banks and financial institutions to carry out international transactions. With connections to over 11,000 institutions in 195 countries, SWIFT is central to the global economy. In 2020, the network facilitated around 42 million messages per day, enabling the movement of trillions of dollars across borders. Meanwhile, the US dollar remains the world's primary reserve currency. By 2022, it accounted for nearly 60% of global foreign exchange reserves and was involved in about 88% of all foreign exchange transactions. This dominance means that most international trade, especially in key commodities like oil, is priced and settled in dollars, ensuring a constant global demand for the currency. This demand, in turn, gives the United States significant leverage over global economic and financial systems. These tools have allowed Western nations, particularly the U.S., to wield substantial influence over global finance, often using economic sanctions to advance their geopolitical goals. The U.S. can impose sanctions on any country it chooses without needing approval from others. Ironically, countries using the dollar and SWIFT are effectively doing the U.S. a favor, but up until now, they haven't had any real alternatives. When the West imposes sanctions, one of the most powerful measures is cutting off the targeted country's access to the SWIFT network. This move essentially freezes the country's assets and cripples its ability to engage in international trade, which can devastate its economy. For example, after Russia annexed Crimea in 2014 and later invaded Ukraine in 2022, the West imposed harsh sanctions, including disconnecting several Russian banks from SWIFT. This severely disrupted Russia's ability to conduct international financial transactions and trade. In response to these sanctions and to reduce their vulnerability to Western financial pressure, Russia, along with its BRICS partners, has been actively developing an alternative financial system. And they stand a good chance of success because BRICS is a significant force in the global economy, representing around 41% of the world's population and nearly 37.3% of global GDP as of 2024. Their collective influence in global trade is substantial, and a shift away from the dollar could have far-reaching implications for the international monetary system. BRICS countries have already started trading among themselves in local currencies, reducing global demand for the US dollar. One example of this shift is Russia's System for Transfer of Financial Messages, SPFS, which was developed after the initial sanctions in 2014. If the BRICS bridge payment system gains widespread adoption, it could greatly weaken the West's ability to use economic sanctions as a foreign policy tool. Countries trading in their local currencies, outside of the dollar-dominated system, would be less vulnerable to Western sanctions. This shift could create a more balanced global financial system, where power is more evenly distributed among various global players, reducing U.S. influence. Moreover, moving away from the U.S. dollar could have significant economic consequences for the United States. Global demand for dollars has allowed the U.S. to maintain large trade deficits and high levels of national debt. If this demand declines, it could lead to an oversupply of dollars, weakening the currency's value and potentially destabilizing the U.S. economy. Meanwhile, BRICS could rise as the preferred option, even for the strongest U.S. allies. After the BRICS Summit, could the BRICS payment system become the de facto choice for the world? What do you think? Will the West have any chance to lobby against the BRICS payment system? Share your thoughts in the comments below. When do you think SWIFT and the dollar might become relics of the past? If you want to see more videos like this one, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated. We're committed to bringing you videos on topics that are rarely discussed: world politics, the economy, and the shifting balance of power. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next video.